Hello everyone, welcome to the YCW Advanced Excel online tutorial. Today we will talk about VLookup or vertical lookup. VLookup is used to search a specified value in the first column of data in the same spreadsheet or different spreadsheets. Okay, and once it finds that value, you can return any cell in that row. For example, VLookup is used to search a value, for example this M1512 in a data range or a table in the same spreadsheet, or this data could be in a different spreadsheet. Once it finds this data, then you can get the cell of in this row. You can get any cell of this row. Once it finds the data, you can get any cell of this row. VLookup is used when you have huge data and you want the details. You have a master table wherein you have your details stored, and you have another list of details when you want to get the corresponding values in that list. Like an example, this is a master table wherein we have product code, product name, and product price, and I have another list wherein I just have the product codes and I need to get the corresponding product name and price. If normally, now since this list is small, you can easily do a find and search these values. But when the data increases, then it's very difficult to use a find and then copy pasting the values. In this case, we use a VLookup. I'll show you how to write the VLookup function. You write equal to, then you write VLookup. The first parameter of this function is the data that you want to search. In this case, it is M1512. Then I put a comma. The second parameter is the table array or the data where you will find this first value. So I select this. Then the third parameter is the column index. Okay, like after you find this data, then which column do you want to display? Do you want to display column 1, column 2, or column 3? You have to put a number. So for now I put column 1. And then this is the fourth parameter in VLookup. It's also called the match case. This parameter it's an optional parameter. It has two values, true and false. If you choose the option as true, it searches for the exact match. If it does not find the exact match, it will give you the next lowest value. This will work only in case of numeric columns. So for now I want an exact match, so I will select false and I will press enter. Here it got me my product code. Now actually I want my product name, so I'll type 2 and will give me my product name. Now since I want my price, or I want the price also over here, I have no change in the formula. I only have to change the column index to be displayed. So I want to copy the cell. I will come to the formula bar over here. I will copy the formula. Then I will go to the cell and I'll paste the formula. I'll say column number 3. I put an enter. Here it got me the price. You can see this is the corresponding values. Now what I will do is I will copy this. If I write a VLookup, I will copy this and I will paste this for all these values. VLookup automatically finds the next. VLookup in Excel, one important thing to know is that when you copy paste the cell where you have written a formula, VLookup automatically changes the reference of the cells. Like for example, here this is G3. Here when I pasted this cell, it automatically becomes G4, A4 and C19. Okay, so VLookup has automatically considered these cells while searching the data. Now in this one, when you use the false parameter in VLookup as the fourth parameter, if VLookup does not find the data, it will return a hash n/a. If I copy this. I go to my first column, do a find network. I have not got this value is not there in my sheet, in my data here. That's the reason it has not found the value. Okay. Now, if you notice this value here, M4, this product code M4321, M4321 exists over here. But in this case, here there are no spaces, and here if you see, if you go to the formula bar, you can see there are 2 spaces here. Now in VLookup does not ignore these spaces. VLookup considers these spaces as characters and it searches the data. Hence it has not found the corresponding data here. If I edit this text and I say and I give 2 spaces, it will find the data here. So one important rule is that you make sure that you don't have spaces. You don't make sure you don't have spaces ahead of your data. Okay, then now to check this scenario, in this scenario this is D3578. D3578 here. There are 2 values. There are 2 rows with the same values, same product code. Now VLookup has seen there are 2. VLookup has returned the first product code. The VLookup has returned the details across the first product code, that is L and 57. If there are duplicate values, data that is returned here can be inconsistent, because if there are 2 values, it's always a possibility that one of them is right, one of them is wrong. In VLookup, when you're using VLookup, you have to make sure that the first column always has unique values. Okay. Now we'll go to this next scenario. This next scenario is M4323. M4323 is not there in this. It's not there on my right and left hand side data. So in this, what we will do is we will use the true option that is available. And what this true option does is it searches for an exact match. If it does not find an exact match, it will return the next lowest value. In this case, it is returning the last value. If you see, this is M4323. Ideally, this is M4322. But since this is alphanumeric means there is an M before a number. That makes it alphanumeric. It's not a number. That's the reason VLookup has returned the last value of that cell of the data. It has returned the last value. Okay. Now to give an example of with the true function, with the true option, what I will do is I will write a VLookup here. VLookup. I'll search for this value, and I choose this table, this small table here. It is 1, 2, 4, and 5. I have not entered the value 3. Then I select one column here, and I select the value true. Now, according to the option selected true, it will search for 3. If it does not find 3, it will take the lowest before 3, that is 2. Okay. Now the last scenario now is when we started this, we were seeing that Excel automatically, when you copy the formulas in Excel automatically implemented the cells G4, A4 and C19. Now as we go below, Excel has automatically implemented the cell, thereby leaving the top data what is there over here. Now if you see, this says M5336 is the first product code here, but yet VLookup has returned the #n/8. If you do a F2 here, you come to know that while doing a VLookup, we have only selected this part. Since we had copy pasted the formula, only this part of the table is got selected. This incrementing of values when you copy paste the formulas called relative referencing in Excel. Now if you want that your data array, the table array that you're searching remains the same, you have to use absolute referencing. So I'll just show you an example. You write VLookup, you write the value that you're searching for, you select the table that you want to search it in. Okay. Once you do that, you go before the first cell here. You go before the first cell and you select and you press an F4. You go before the second cell and again you press an F4. If you see it's added $sign. This $sign indicates that the table array that you are referencing will remain the same even though the formula is copied. I said earlier, I will copy paste this formula, paste it. I'll not copy paste the cell, I will copy paste the formula. And I'll just change the column. Now I'll copy paste both these cells and I will paste it here. Now if you notice, VLookup has found this value A15 in 15. If you press an F2 here, you notice that the table array that is the second column has remained the same throughout all these cells that have been copied. Okay. Now these are the few scenarios where VLookup there is a different output with VLookup. That's why I have focused on these scenarios. I'll just show you a small example where you do a VLookup between sheets. Now if I have to do a VLookup between two sheets, what I will do is I'll type a VLookup and select the data I want to search. Then for my second column, I will select the Excel sheet where my data is. I will select this data. I will go to the formula bar, press an F4. After doing that, I will select the column index that I want to display. Select false, and I will get my data. This is how you use VLookup across different sheets. To end this session, I will just highlight the few rules that I use in VLookup. VLookup searches for the first column of the data range. That is, you can search this product code in this column. It will by default search it in this column. If product code was in this column here and product name was here, it would have not worked. The data that you are searching should be in the first column of a selection. Second, all the data in the first column should be unique. Third is, the data in the first column should not have spaces before or after the text. And the fourth option is, do not use true in the fourth parameter while searching for exact matches. When you are searching for an exact match, make sure you use the false option. And last, always use a $sign for absolute referencing. This is all about VLookup. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the session.